admire and appreciate you. Right, everybody? So we tried to bring everybody back from all the facets of your brilliant career. So let's take a little inventory now. Let's start. Do we have anybody here from KSOL? One! Yeah. Typically, everybody represents. And for all of us OGs that goes, I know a lot of y'all young people don't know nothing about no KSOL. It was the only game in town back in the day. Before KL, there was KSOL. And this man right here spent a lot of years on the radio fooling many black people. For many years, we thought he was a brother. Until he actually appeared at nightclubs. At which point, black folks said, "Say what? That white boy is fucking!" That's how his career began. Ain't no question, he's got a whole lot of soul. And over the years, Michael and I have done many club dates and gigs and appearances, and we always have a special moment whenever he goes in to play that funky music, white boy. And when it gets to that part, Michael would always point to himself. So we have KSOL representation. Let's take it to KBL. Where's KBL? And you guys, it was major, a major crossover when Michael left KSOL and came over to KBL, which was coming up, and a rivalry was beginning, and we got their franchise player to go over to our side. And I remember the first time I met Michael, when he came to KBL, I don't know if you remember, it was an appearance we did with the entire staff at the Oasis. Yeah. That's the first time we really met, and Michael busted out a Cabbage Patch move. Yeah, no, that was Michael's way of saying, he was like, "Nelly, let me break it down. Let me tell you how I get down." Worked a little Cabbage Patch, I'm like, "Okay, I got it, I understand. You are a blue-eyed soul brother, I understand." Michael did amazing things at KBL. We spent many backstage sessions at Summer Jam year after year. We fled from gunshots many times. Machetes, weapons, there were a lot of weapons back then we had to fight from. But we had amazing experiences backstage, interviewing all of the artists, and it was just one of the things that I really cherished, my relationship with Michael over these years. Oh, I just dropped the World Series ring, excuse me. I totally did it on purpose so I can acknowledge them. And then Michael, hello? Jess, I don't need it. Check. I don't need it. As Michael knows, I never needed a mic. All right, let's go on now from KBL and the wonderful days of KBL, from on the air to management, and then Michael had this wonderful, brilliant opportunity to launch 98.1 KISS FM. In July of 1997, and 98.1 KISS FM was born from there. It was an amazing day. All right, KISS is in the house, but of course, Michael has spread his love to other stations as well. Star 101, are you in the house? I know Miranda is here. KKSF, where's our student? Which I don't mind saying I miss. I'm just saying. No disrespect, but we miss it. Us old timers. Did I get everybody in? Michael, is that cover it all?
A little wild 94.9.
Copy that. And that's the story. Yes.
What?
Okay. Antoine Davis in the house.
Well, thank you. I'm repping KISS tonight. We'll
represent KISS tonight.
You represent KISS tonight?
We'll represent KISS.
It's okay.
It's a Bay Area thing.
That's all right. We know he's been a part of the Dallas community. We know he's not a Cowboys fan. We're fine. It's fine. He had an opportunity to do another amazing thing in his career, so we respect that. But man, it's good to have you back home. Yeah.
The pros record pool.
Exactly. I don't know what that is, but right on.
He knows what it is.
All right, we're going to continue on now. Before there was Adam Levine and Blake Shelton, before there was Michael Morse and Hunter Pence from your Giants, I witnessed the beginning of the original romance. It involved Michael Erickson and his good friend for, I want to say, close to 30 years, maybe? Around that? He's going to come to the microphone now, Michael. He wants to let you know we have some messages from people that could not be here tonight, and they send you a whole lot of love, so we want to acknowledge them. But more importantly, he's going to semi-roast you, okay? It'll be a semi-roast from his best buddy, the bromance that lives on to this day. Please put your hands together for Pete Osmond,
I'm just having a moment right now. I've known her now for about 25 years. It's still so freaking cool to be introduced by right now.
One more thing I forgot to add. We came very close to dating back in the day.
Thank you so much for reminding me of the pinnacle of my life. After this, I will be walking in front of a bus or something, but I'm going to take a flight to meet and honor our dear friend, Mr. Erickson. So when we were putting this thing together, we kicked around a lot of ideas. What are we going to do? We actually did talk about roads. I don't know if we're going to go there or not. We talked about having some talk. Keep it simple, but it's simple, and just we needed to, as Renell said, thank some people who helped organize this thing, and some people who really wanted to be here who could not be here, and being that Michael and I have so much, I don't want to blow everyone away. Okay, thank you.
Patty says go for it.
106 KMU. Sorry. So, anyway. Thank some people that helped organize and put this thing. And again, Michael and I have a lot of history, so I want to come up and tell a couple of stories from back in the day. And it's just amazing walking around talking to all of you guys, the amount of love and respect that's directed towards this man, our dear friend. And I know, again, it's a little corny, but let's show of hands how many people just absolutely love and adore Michael. Just show. You see that? Okay, another quick show of hands. How many of y'all remember Michael when he had that funky mullet look back in the day? Wow, and you still showed up. I commend you. Give yourselves a round of applause for doing that. That's just, because, I mean, the hammer pants, the see-through shirts, and all that stuff, and I get it. It was the 80s, but dude, you pushed it too far. That's just like, yikes. I remember back in the day, Michael came to us one day and he's like, oh my God, my life's just changed. I've met this incredible, amazing person. And later on, I had the pleasure and privilege of getting to know Patty. And, we're very good friends, very close friends. And she is just, if you don't know her, she's an amazing, warm-hearted, sweet, loving person. And by the way, she was the one who was pushing for a roast on the Rick here, a new one. I would not have it. I said, absolutely not, we're not doing it. So, watch out, she's nuts. Anyway, we eventually, he was strategizing with us about, I'm going to pop the question, and he did, and she said yes. We were all so happy, so we all packed our bags and headed out to Fayetteville, wonderful town, great people. It's not a joke, by the way. And then
Say Arkansas, they don't know where Fayetteville is.
R10. Anyway, sorry. So we did have a reception here, and Renell was there. My buddy Dennis Cruz and his lovely wife Shirley were there. It was just like a who's who of radio people from that time. I'm sorry if I didn't include you if you were there indeed or not. But it was great. But unfortunately, the problem we ran into is that Michael's best man, if you will, he flaked. He was supposed to give this speech. So here we are in this room full of personalities, and Michael, being the genius that he is, he's like, he doesn't pick one of these guys to get up and do the speech. He picks this one kid who's been in radio for like a year and a half, is not on the air, doesn't want to be on the air, doesn't want to be on mic. He walks up to him and me and says, "Oh, why don't you do the speech?" And it was an absolute disaster. It was just years of therapy. I'm sorry, I'm not going to get into that. But the reason I bring that up is here we are 20 plus years later, room full of people who speak for a living and who gets elected to get up and talk. Just needing to demonstrate that your brilliant decision making has trickled down to your KISS, consistent. But to be fair to you, we did have some deep conversations with Lisa St. Regis, Tony Sandoval, Morris Knight, about maybe they should get up here and say something. And they were really excited. They really wanted to get up here and say something. But then we talked, and they realized there would be no talent fee involved, so they just refused.
Yeah, that's right.
Since I've already kind of burned a bridge, I'd like to tell you a quick true story. It was nice knowing you, Morris, but yesterday I'm hanging out with Morris in the studio, and we're planning the final stages of this thing, and we're talking, he's like, "So, is Michael in town?" I'm like, "Yeah, he got in town a couple days ago, blah, 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 blah." And he's like, "Hang on, man, I gotta do a break." So he puts on the phones and does his break, and slightly, ever so slightly, floods his line, breaks over, turns off the mic, slams, headphones down. I was like, "Damn it, you should never told me Michael was in town. I'm all nervous, man." So I think that's another reason why they didn't want to get up there and do anything. To get really serious, I mean, we all have so many people walk through our lives and talk, are so important. The few of them are very important to us. And with those folks, and Renell kind of touched on this, we remember the exact moment when they walked into your life. And with you and Michael, drawing a blank, I have absolutely no idea when we met. But if I have to take a guess, I'd say 9:25 p.m., July 4th, 1988. Sound right? That was actually his first shift at KMEL. I was running the board for a 4th of July broadcast. So he didn't have his car key, so I had to go down and get him to let him into 55 Francisco. So I'm heading down there, and I'm thinking, oh, I want to pick up with Michael Erickson from KSL, the entity that he is. He belonged with our family. I was going through all this stuff in my mind. And later on, I'm in the elevator with him, I'm sizing him up. What's up with this dude? Oh yeah, he's the guy that voices all those commercials for City Nights. Remember those? City Nights. City Nights. It's like every 3 seconds. City Nights. Dude, ever heard of writing copy? Jeez. I counted one time 127 City Nights in a 60. How the hell did you do that? So needless to say, that's burnt in my brain, and to this day I wake up in the middle of the night, City Nights, oh my God! Thank you for that. So anyway, so I'm sizing him up. I'm like, at the time, you saw the picture, he had that kind of look, and he had this Sasquatch beard thing going. And you know what people say about people with beards? They're hiding something. They're hiding something. Looking at him, what's the dude hiding? What is he hiding? He had that beard. I want to know what's behind the beard. And what I found out in the years that I found what was hiding behind the beard was just the most amazing, giving, loving person. The absolute perfect friend, close friend you want to have in your life. And that was what was behind the beard. Another thing that was behind the beard was this odd obsession with collecting little glass unicorns. He had this fascination with collecting these. I mean, dude had rooms full of this. It nearly broke him. He blew all his money away on this stuff, and it was not many people know this, but he took a side job as a dancer for I think it was Stevie B and Jaya, Part of Your Body. You would do that for a while to make ends meet. But finally, Patty and I had an intervention, broke him out of that. But it was a rough time, buddy. We made it through.
I forgot about Jaya.
Yeah. So, despite that, we became really close friends, and really, I think from around 1991 or so, till the time they moved to Dallas, really, Michael and I would get together, and we watched every single 49er game together. He'd either go to my house, or I'd go to their house, mostly theirs. The food was better. And we watched the game, and we, talked about life and about our, future and what our hopes and dreams were. And I remember him telling me about his dreams about, becoming a program director one day. And there was his boyhood dream. He told me about wanting to join Menudo and see the world and tour the world with those guys. Unfortunately, the thing didn't work out, but it took me to 150 auditions for that, but he was persistent. But the program directing thing worked out for him, and he became a pretty good one, or a damn good one in that one. But we've had so many people in this room that he's touched professionally, and this is a bit of a twisted thought, if you will, because we have people from different radio clusters. We have people in different positions programming on air. It's practically like a who-who of club DJs in here with all these guys running around, these club DJs he's influenced. And again, this is kind of like a weird thing, but imagine if this room blew up right now, how damaged would Bay Area radio be? Seriously. That's annual. And that's not even, it is real talk. And that's only some of the people that showed up. And what was so wonderful about putting this together is we got in touch with a lot of people. We talked to them a lot. A lot of them really wish they were here and could join us. And I'm just going to run because they send their love, they send their gratitude, and maybe some of them here because some said I'll try to get here. So it was hard, but really quick list, and it's a pretty cool list. Folks that wanted to be here: Alex Medina, Angela Cathy, Cheryl Congarter, Chris Hunter, Danny Bianchi, Dave Meyer, Dave Pivia, Dick Kelly, Don Blue, Doug Stern, Harold Austin, James Baker, Jay Plus, Joy Armitage, John Oligardi, John London, John Manuel, Karen Velasquez, Katie Wilcox, Keith Naftali, Keith Smith, Lady Ray, Lisa Fox, Margaret Fatinos, Maria Sacco, Bart Van Gelder, Mary Gusev, Michael Axon, Ruben Gutierrez, Ray White, Rick Lee, Ron and Carolyn Hummel, Rona Renner, Russell Gates Sonagy, Sylvia Chacon, Theo, dude, Zahara, Tracy Sterling, and Val Klein. And Andrew Jeffries, our friend, he wanted to be here. If you don't know background about Andrew, he's a gentleman that worked in Europe, and Michael hired him at Clear Channel. And I don't know if you know, but bringing someone and getting to the work visa and all that is just a monumental task. And Michael made all that happen. And whenever I talk to Andrew, he is just absolutely just goes on and on about Michael. And he just hit me up a little while ago as a message he would like me to read to you. And he's I'm not going to try to impersonate this. He's from New Zealand. He has
do it.
charming.
Do it.
I don't want disrespect. He's from New Zealand. He has that, you know, really charming. And my apologies, I have not really read this through, but the message from Andrew is, "Good day, I feel a bit of dodgy Drango that I could not get seeing my cuz. It's my ankle biter's birthday, and we're going to paddock at Sparrow's Fart. Going full tilt at soft air for ages, probably Creasy's." And that's how Andrew talks. I have not understood a word this guy said in 7 years. Question for you: did you just randomly pick a name out of the phone book? Did this guy do radio in Europe? What the hell? And I did some research. I did Google Andrew Jeffries out, you know, and the only Andrew Jeffries I found was a gentleman who was listed as a diction coach and speechwriter for Aussie Osbourne. Anyway, but seriously, Andrew is a beast. He would crawl on his face to be here. I mean, he's that devoted to you. I spoke to him, and the reason he can't be here is because it is his son's 11th birthday.
Priorities.
At least that's what I think he said. It's that, or he had to get a haircut. I'm not sure. I couldn't understand which one it was. But just a couple other folks, you know, that weren't able to make it, that donated was the lovely Celeste Perry, all the way from Chicago, sent a generous amount. I have to confess, I pocketed that money because I knew I had to get up here and get hammered, so that went towards my book. Thank you for meeting them. And just the folks that put this together, G-Dub, of course, Erica, Yvonne, Tony, Zambala, Mississippi, Morris, and of course, Renelle. And a huge thank you to all of you because it's so important, you know, to make this happen. And of course, the biggest thank you goes to you. You have meant so much to so many people. Thank you for everything you've done, everything, you know, your inspiration and your love and your support. And, you know, I personally, I'm like, I just want to get up here and rip you. But having said that, the way I look at it, if you let a character like me to be part of your life, part of your family, I mean, that just speaks volumes to the size of your heart and your character. And thank you, we love you, and we're all, thank you from all of us.